Good afternoon from the 8th largest city in Germany, by population, of course, and is the second largest city in the former East Germany, DDR, also by population. Here is where Johann Sebastian Bach has written most of his musical compositions. Here is a place where Berliners choose to move to escape the higher rents in Berlin. And yeah, you have here also the biggest train station in Europe by the surface of its base, of its floor base. So yeah, which city am I talking about? You may wonder. Yeah, it's Leipzig. It's Leipzig, it's 8th of April and it's about 26 degrees outside, and really it's hot as hell, it's humid as hell, and it comes after just a couple of days ago was about 4 degrees plus. So the temperature difference is huge and it comes all of a sudden. So I'm already beat and sweated to my underwear, let's say. So yeah, let's check out what Leipzig has to offer in this beautiful afternoon. Humid, hot, beautiful afternoon. What more could you want, isn't it? And yeah, Leipzig is a city of passages, like underground, not underground, like through buildings passages, covered passages, like entries into buildings that go on the other side, and from square to square you enter through a building through a tunnel-like structure. That's a passage, whatever, how you want to call it. And you have one over there, for example. That's the Marktgalerie, and let's check it out to see how it really is, because it has 24 of these scattered all over the city center. Yeah, so let's go. You can see we're somewhere in the city center of Leipzig. I'll give you a panorama. And this is the Rathaus. Pretty nice, isn't it? So yeah, let's go into this passage to see what's on the other side. Why does a vlogger go into a passage? To see what's on the other side. It's to go fast rounds, basically. So yeah, this is, as far as I know, the Goethe Passage. So yeah, it's a structure that is used mainly for bars and restaurants and shops like this. And different kind of stuff. And Leipzig has another secret. Leipzig, the name Leipzig comes from Slavic language, basically, and Leipzig is a Germanization of the word Lepska, basically. And this city was a trading center since the Middle Ages, and trade from Leipzig to all over Europe took place with very successful, let's say, results, because Leipzig is a very, or was a very rich city, and now it's quite a wealthy city indeed. So yeah, this is the other side. Go through here. So basically, Leipzig was a sister city and a big trading partner for a city called Bucharest, and it's the capital of Romania, yes. This was like from the Middle Ages all the way through the, let's say, 19th century. And we also have a street in downtown. We have a street in downtown Bucharest that is named Lipscani, after the merchants that came from this town, Leipzig. Interesting. And here we have, I think, if I'm not mistaken, this one should be the St. Thomas. I might be mistaken though. When you look around, look how this looks. So I understand why some Berliners would not mind moving here. Honestly, I will understand this. It is, I don't know how to say this. It is very, very beautiful. And it's very beautiful and it's cheaper. And anyway, if you're gonna make minimum wage in Berlin, you might as well make it here because it's the same. So therefore, what's the point of being so, I don't know, being so cramped up about living in the hip Berlin when you can actually live in Leipzig and make the same money and rent cheaper, better. Anyway, this is how many people think. Not me. I still prefer Berlin. But anyway, a lot of people think like this. And you can't blame them in the end. And look how beautiful this place is. And there's apparently a festival or a concert that celebrates 300 years of Sebastian Bach in Leipzig. I think since he's dead, or I don't know, something like that. So yeah, the city has a lot of pizzerias, a lot of restaurants, a lot of things that are good in summer. It's also a town, a city that holds a lot of, let's say, live music because there are a lot of squares in this city. Between squares there are passages, and in each square there's a concert with amateur musicians that really don't know how to play. But anyway, there are concerts. So people gather and they have a beer, they have a good time. They go to a pizzeria. Anyway. And people are outside here like in summer. It's basically summer by the temperature. Honestly, it's like summer. I'm already sweating at the beginning of April. What am I going to do in July? I don't know. Anyway. And you have signs all over the city that show you where to go. And yes, I was not mistaken. It's Thomas Church, St. Thomas Church. St. Thomas Church, and it's probably one of the biggest in Leipzig, if not the biggest. Anyway. St. Thomas Church. And this must be the statue of Bach. Yep. It's Johann Sebastian Bach, apparently. As you can see. In all its former glory. His former glory. How lovely. Well, have I convinced you yet? Are you gonna move to Leipzig or not? I'm not, but are you? Whatever. It's like, if I would move to here from Berlin with the same job, with the same money, whatever, with the same opportunities, I'll probably choose it. You never know. Or maybe it's too small and I'll get bored. I have no idea if this is the truth, but honestly, I think it's really worth it, Leipzig. It's really, really worth it. So I'm here near a building that apparently is the new City Hall, the new Rathaus, apparently. So it looks like this basically. It's a gorgeous building. And this is the style of architecture basically that was used before the 1873 market crash, economic crisis from 19th century basically. And it's what you would call the buildings of the German Golden Era. It was just during the Otto von Bismarck era when Germany unified for one of the first times, if I'm not mistaken, and would basically build all these buildings in this style, like this. I like the whole, how should I say it, the whole raw feeling of it. the whole unpolished, unfinished rock feeling that the constructor have given the building, basically, especially the lower part of the building, like this. It's pretty nice. It just looks like it's been made from stones that you find at the bottom of a big river. It's pretty nice. So yeah, these kind of buildings are all over Germany, and I found them also in Finland. Can you believe it? Apparently yes. And they used the same style of architecture in Helsinki, at least. Yeah. So this is how this part of Leipzig looks like. And yeah, it's the Rathaus. This is the new city hall. It's the whole building. And over there in the distance, that's the tallest skyscraper in Leipzig, which is not very tall. Anyway. So yeah, Leipzig. A surprising city, second largest city in East Germany, 8th largest. So yeah, I advise you to visit Leipzig because it's really not far from Berlin. It's about 150 kilometers. But to come here, you can come here for free with a 49 euro ticket, but you need to take 2 trains and it's about 2.5 hour ride with a pause about 15 minutes between trains. So it's almost 3 hours to get here from Berlin, although it's only 150 kilometers. But anyway, it's free. And yeah, you'll make memories here, you will see some culture, some architecture, and who knows, you might move here, you might live here in the end. Anyway, subscribe to this channel if you really enjoy it, and click the notification bell so you get notified whenever I'm posting something new, because it's important, otherwise you will not know if this happens or not. And yeah, so far so good. So what? Bye bye.